Hey guys, welcome to day 10 of Unlocked to 90, and today I just want to honor Veterans Day. And in honor of Veterans Day, I think we should go through a few exercises a little bit outside the norm of our routine right now, but I think it's going to be fun. But unlike some of the guys on the field, I think we should take a stand. And that's actually going to be your first exercise, is going from a kneeling position to standing. Now, if you have bad knees, bad hips, bad back, or just things don't feel too good going from a low kneeling position to standing, you can always use a chair or something beside you to push up off of. The main key you want to focus on here is learning technique, and that's pushing through your heel. The more you can push through your heel versus the actual toe, then you can engage your hip muscles more. That supports your pelvis, your low back. So when we're going through the kneeling position, again, I just want you to get comfortable with some of these movements, so as we start combining a group of exercises together, you're not worrying about knee injuries, hip injuries, back injuries, shoulder, neck, all that good stuff. So anyways, pressing through the heel, a good strong push to come up as you elevate, and then slow coming down. And as simple as that seems, that's honestly probably the biggest and hardest exercise for most people to do that have low back pain and or all the way up to the neck and thoracic, is taking them through a kneeling position. Now, if that's too much for you, you can go through a standing position and do kind of a modified version where you kneel, reverse the position. And so that's kind of working the same muscle groups just from a different angle. So again, I'd have pressure through my heel, because the more you're on your toe, the more you're stressing your knee and your back, your hips. So pressing through the heel and slowly lowering yourself down. Again, holding on to something. So you've got your lunges or your press ups going from the kneeling to stand, 3 sets of 10 on each side. The second one we want to do, that's going to be a lot of fun, is your military push-ups. And I know everyone kind of gets scared when they have to do push-ups because like, oh, I don't have the upper body strength. Don't worry, you can always modify it and use the wall. So you put your hands against the wall if you're standing at an angle and press up off the wall. Now, from definition of the military press up, that's actually having your hands about shoulder width apart. So a narrow base of support with your arms. Your hands basically are underneath your shoulders. So if I'm in the push-up position, which we like to call it the quadruped position, because you got your feet, your hands on the ground, and I go into a tall, high plank position, I've got my hands are in close, right underneath the shoulder, slight squeeze of shoulder blades, and then slowly letting the body descend to where my elbows are by the side, and then engage, pressing through the palms of the hand, right back up, keeping a tight core. So you want to keep that tight core because you don't want the back to arch or a high booty. Keep that bottom low, suck it in, tighten it up, slow going down, press right back up. Now if you want to modify it, you put your knee down, and you can help also do it that way where you slowly descend. If that's still too much on your knees, put pads on the knees, go to the wall, do your press off the wall. The third one, the military press. So I had to pull out the big weights on this one. Got 3 pounds. You can do it with the bar, you can do it with the band, there's different versions. Usually this is on an inclined bench or a bench that has the bar behind it. Basically, good form is always set the posture first. Here, I'm just doing a half kneel position. So I got 1 foot in front, knee never goes past the toe. You don't want that to happen because you strain the knee and or the hip. Pressing through the heel. So I call it 90-90. Knees 90 degrees, hips 90 degrees. Shoulder blades retracted, squeeze back, a little slight squeeze from the shoulder blades to pull it back. That opens the shoulders, protects your biceps, and then do the press. So depending on your shoulders, you go as high as you feel comfortable with. Don't arch the back, don't arch the neck. Keep upright position, looking forward, press up, slow coming down. So that's the modified version. So there's different versions of the military press. It's pretty straightforward, but you can have usually a bar is the main one where you're pressing, laying on the kind of more of an upright bench, and then pressing out. The only thing is, if you don't have that range of motion in your shoulders, and you need to go through day 1, the T's, Y's, and then I believe it's the 3rd day when we did the shoulder mobility exercises, then you start to get a lot of joint pain in the AC joint and or rotator cuff, so be careful on that. So if you have it where you do the military press, same thing, 3 sets of 10. So you've got your kneeling position, kneel to stand, stand up for the vets. We've got the military push-up, and the third one is the military press. So again, these are kind of, I think they'd be fun exercises for today's routine. Again, a little bit faster pace on what we're wanting to do as far as open up our body joints. But again, you do modified version, you're going to be okay. Here in the next week or so, over the next week or so, next few days, we're gonna ramp it up to where you're actually doing a lot more cardio. So I want you to start either walking, depending on your preference of cardio, walking, biking, elliptical, swimming, kind of getting a routine. I'll start putting up some numbers that you can kind of get, find your rhythm of, what works best for the cardio part, the strength part, and also your flexibility part. So anyways, just again, want to honor all the bets